It,
This is part 2, right?
it was a hotel room where you can plug your laptop in via USB port, and it changes the whole theme around your hotel to your likings just by the files on your computer.
It looks at what you've previously visited, I guess, photos.
I have like little tiny spots where photo albums go, and it'll display your pictures of your photo album that's located in your file on your laptop.
So I've been to Mexico. They'll have a little Mexico picture.
Right, Mexico picture. The Ramada Inn was the first hotel that did that.
Oh wow!
And they started to transfer that. I also read that in the Wired magazine.
So this is what's coming in the future.
Right. It's already out there. It's just needs to spread more.
And I guess your point is that if students want to know what's going on, you got to do some reading.
Right.
Now, this Wired, did you read it online, or was it something
it's
that...
a subscription magazine I subscribe to because I like
You
reading.
paid money for a magazine?
Yeah.
How crazy. So that you get something from that,
Right,
I guess.
right. You know, reading is really fun when you find something you're interested in reading. And it takes that, it's no longer a burden. You just find something you're interested in and you enjoy reading it. So.
I guess you're rewarding the writers and the publisher for putting it together.
Exactly.
And hopefully they'll do it the next month.
Exactly.
Because you paid them to do it.
Right.
It's like you're the boss telling them, you're doing good work. Send me another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I guess that at some point you became an adult when you started buying magazines.
Right.
I don't know if it was inside your head, but I, as an adult, saying, "Oh wow, he's choosing this publication other than people."
Right. Yeah. Pictures. That's basically it.
Right. You're choosing something that has some real content.
Right.
And you're going to be benefiting from that.
Right. Right.
So, and I have to admit, I read the comics in the New Yorker magazine. They're really good.
Yes.
But I guess when you look at an article, do you make a conscious effort to scan it first, or rather than just read it from beginning to end?
Yeah, I do scan it. And if it doesn't sound interesting, I just move on to something that does.
Oh, that's cool. So, boys especially have a problem with this, and I don't know if you had it or if you remember that sort of transition. I had a really tough time getting to read something all the way through, anything longer than about 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, I've had that problem before.
So how'd you get over it?
I just didn't like the feeling of having half the information.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if I ever needed to talk about it with someone else or the topic came up, I would only have a little bit of information. And I could have a lot more to talk about with it. So.
My mother didn't give me dessert for a week. And that's what made me start reading more. But I think your motivation is, makes more sense.
Right.
It's like, hey, it came from inside you. You just decided. Do you remember how old you were when that happened?
14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, about 14.
About 14. So instead of just sort of guessing the answers on tests,
yeah,
you actually read the book.
Right. It becomes more of an awareness that you need to do well, and it's up to you. And at a certain point, it's no longer, you can't just throw, it's your education, it's your life, it's your future. So.
This is the first time I met Troy, and I promise I did not pay him to say that. Okay. This is his words. Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good, because this is the message that I try to convey to my students.
Right.
But they say, hey, you're a teacher. You're supposed to know a lot of stuff.
Right.
And it is my job.
You may not believe it now, but once you hit a certain age and you didn't think good about education, you're going to wish you had. And a lot of people say, oh no, I won't. I'm going to be happy when I get out. But really, a lot of people mess up and they wish they had, gotten the picture beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So.
If you could go back to be 14 again or 13, what subject would you study so you'd be ready for it now?
I think I would do math.
Really, more math?
I wish I was better at math. Yeah.
Wow, that's
I
cool.
like math, but I'm not as well as good as I want to be.
Because I guess statistics is very
Right.
important.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And how about a language? Do you speak another language right now?
No, I don't. Not fluently. I think I would try to learn maybe Spanish, because immigration is becoming pretty heavy over here, and it's just becoming something that almost you kind of need to know.
And wouldn't it be nice to know what they're saying?
Exactly. Because a lot of times they don't, they speak in front of you and you don't really understand. So.
And because I understand Spanish, a lot of the time they're not talking about me.
Yeah, that's what most people
That was
think.
the big surprise.
Yeah. They're usually talking about normal things. What I've
Normal
heard.
stuff. They're talking about the food. They're talking about the weather. Somebody just, President Bush just said something that I don't believe. They say something like that in front of you. Yo no creo.
Yeah.
So, do you have a plan of action? Because you're in the same situation now as some of my students.
Right.
What's your plan of action to get to know a little more Spanish?
I'm going to take a course.
Oh, cool.
In college.
All right.
Yeah. Language requirement is needed in college, so I think I'll go ahead and do that. So.
And which college are you going to?
I'm going to Nova, Northern Virginia Community College, for 2 years, and then transferring into William and Mary.
Ooh, I've heard William and Mary is
it's a cheaper route, and
okay.
if you basically, I'm from Virginia. If you go to Nova for 2 years and you get a 3.0,
right,
you're guaranteed acceptance into any Virginia school. That's their policy.
Oh, nice.
So you go to Nova and you take 2 classes a semester or 3 classes to do really well in them. Don't pressure yourself.
Sure.
Take your time, build up that GPA, and you can transfer in within 2 years. Transfer in as a sophomore, junior, into the college that you want to go to, so within state. So.
And I'm guessing that this Northern Virginia is similar to community college?
Yeah.
So it's cheaper?
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Right. Now, I've heard that community colleges have professors just the way the big colleges do.
They do.
But you tend to have access to the professor.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you can take classes at your own pace. You're not loaded with 7 classes a week.
Whoa.
And that's, I think, a lot of pressure for someone that. I think it's a lot of pressure for anyone. If you can take 3 classes a semester, get those classes, do them well, move along, you'll get the GPA, and you'll get the GPA you want and get into the school that you want to get into, not something that you had to settle for. So.
Interesting. This Northern Virginia sounds, well, it's a 16-week semester?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that?
Yeah.
And then by the end of, you do 3 courses at once?
Right.
And then in the
You
spring
can do as
you'll
many
3.
courses as you want. That's just what I chose to do. It's 3 at a time.
It sounds like a good plan, because you'll really be able to
You
know
can
that
also take
stuff.
courses over the summer, so. Yeah, it's just, I think, I don't like overloading myself, because when I do that, I don't do a good job. So if I take 3, I know I can do well in those 3 and take time to pay attention to just those 3. Because I think it's, it's better if you just do well in a little bit than to take on more than you can handle and end up getting an average.
I think that's really good advice, and I could have said the same thing, but my students wouldn't be listening to me. I think they're going to listen to you, and I appreciate very much your time talking with us. Thank you.